Welcome to Grown Men Chopping It Up with JR Rydha and Kerry with the K. This is a grown-up place for grown-up talk. Put the kids to bed and crank up the volume. And let's get to it.
Today's episode is brought to you by Spunk Trumpet. When a lady is filleting a young gent, just as he thunders past the vinegar strokes and he comes into her mouth, the puffing out of her cheeks at the point of no return is reminiscent of her playing the Spunk Trumpet. That Ethel Everready, she's going for that Spunk Trumpet.
Ethel Everready.
That sounds like a real woman there.
It sounds like, yeah, definitely real woman.
Everready.
That is a good name, though.
It's
Everready?
It's a good female rap name, too.
Oh, yeah, it would be. She'd probably have to always be in some beef. She's forever ready.
See?
Hey, so we're back at it.
One more time.
What's been going on with you? Anything new?
Nothing new. Haven't been experimenting with any concoctions or anything.
No. What feedback did you get back on the episode with the guy that was getting his swag back?
Well, there were women that wanted to talk to him, and you know, everyone's eager to hear the rest of it. We just have to meet with him to get it.
Okay.
He says it's got more interesting.
Oh, okay. What advice did you give him?
Well, I basically just told him to stop putting her in control. You know, like he has to control the situation somehow. And when he realizes that he's done enough to try to get at her, they'll leave her alone, let her breathe.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I like to spike their drinks. Oh, no, I can't say that. Oh, we're going to lose our sponsorship. Oh, wait a minute.
No more Spunk Trumpet.
No more Sponge Trumpet.
They're going to Me Too us. I don't think I can be Me Too. There was only one time I did anything questionable.
You want to tell us about it? I'm sure the statute of limitations got to be. If not, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's over yet.
Hey, that's how they came back and got Bill, right?
See, the bad part is I didn't do anything to her. I tried to, and it was the only time in my life I was ever like really frustrated that I couldn't do something to somebody. Because
what do you mean?
Because here's the point. She was working at a strip club, right?
You're going to jail.
She worked at a strip club, so
it was okay.
Yeah, exactly. She was asking for it, like they all say, right?
You're going to jail.
I used to go there and watch her, you know, perform.
Okay.
Until she was done, so I could walk her home.
Oh, okay.
So this night, it was, you know, when we lived in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, just really get specific. You want to say the year?
So you can get the warrant right?
Yeah.
Anyhow,
so you was walking the stripper home,
and she asked for it. No, I'm kidding. So I walked it to our house, and you know, she was trying to go to sleep. Basically.
Oh, okay.
And I had other plans.
Oh, okay.
You know, so
you were excited after the dance.
Yeah. You know, I saw something. I wanted to do something.
Oh, okay.
So we're laying down.
Did she take a bath?
No, see that I should have told her to take a bath. Huh? Should have already been naked.
You're disgusting. You wanted some sweaty stripper booty.
Exactly.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, you ain't gotta wash it off for me. I want mine now.
So you had the musty stripper girl naked.
I had the musty stripper booty. So she may have been trying to sleep or not, or maybe she was pretending like they all do, right?
Okay.
Like most rapists say that, huh? She's pretending to be asleep. She asked for it.
She really wanted it.
So I went to touch her, and you know she was like, "No." So no means no.
Right.
So, but only for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, you're going to jail. So she said no.
She said no, so I stopped and took a nap. And I woke up again.
Okay.
And I said,
you had renewed vigor.
I need a second opinion.
You have renewed vigor.
Right. I was going to give her my renewed vigor. So she was like, well, no, we're just friends. I don't really want to do anything. So first thing on my mind is, get out. Now, I did say get out. you know. And as she got up, I was like, that would be really fucked up. She has nowhere to go. It's like, 3, 4 in the morning or whatever. So I said, no, that's cool. Go ahead and lay down. I'll leave you alone. So that's the end of my story.
Oh, that's all you picked.
That's all,
That's all you care to share with
that's
us.
all I'm copping to.
Do I have a no story? Let me think. Oh, no, I don't have a no story. I had a no that turned into a yes.
Oh, God.
But the girl act like she hated me.
Because of the gun you pulled on her.
When the drugs were off.
It turned into a yes. Oh, sure, don't shoot me.
Yeah, so we've been talking. And we were supposed to go out or whatever. So she said she was going to go to, you know how like they have, I shouldn't be too specific, but they might have poetry nights at a club.
Oh, wow.
So she went to the poetry night, and I guess she drank too much. And she was like, oh, I'm too drunk to go all the way home. Can I stop by there? I was like, yeah, sure.
Oh, why not?
So she shows up or whatever, and she's like kind of tipsy. I'm like, are you sure? Do you want me to drive you home? Come get your car tomorrow.
Good Lord.
Like,
I'm really trying not to have sex with you.
Really trying to be on your side here. And she's like, no, I just want to lay down. I was like, all right, cool. You want to take a shower? She was like, yeah. So she took a shower, gave her a shirt. She in a shirt and panties.
Whoa.
And the booty was just booty out.
Wow, bang.
So I was like, okay, Jay. We have a rule. Rule A.
Yep.
Right?
You always
Rule A in the men's manual, verse A, book A, says you always make a play.
Always make. Otherwise, she'll call you gay.
Or you'll end up wishing that you did because you might never see her again.
Yeah.
So I'm in the rule book, and I remember, and it's part of my duty as a warden.
It's bookmarked.
As a warden of the council, that I must follow through. I don't want to be in violation and get my card revoked.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so I make my move, right? I'm just trying to kiss on the ear. And she's like, no, I didn't come over here for that. And I'm like, oh, okay, kiss, what, please.
No.
And so then it's just like, all right, boom. And, we're rubbing. And I'm like, here, let me get a condom. And she's like, okay. So,
well, that was responsible.
Yeah, right. And so we do this whole thing, backflip, sideways, cartwheels, the whole nine.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So in the morning, I'm like feeling good. Jump up, take a shower, woo. We take a shower together, So, I don't want to make her feel like it was just like a one-night stand thing,
Here, I'll wash your back.
Yeah, right. So we take a shower together and get dressed, and I walk her to her car. And, I'm like, all right, see you later. Kiss on the cheek. And she's like, okay. And she drives off. So I'm thinking everything is cool. And I text her later that day, and she goes, you know what? You act so typical last night.
Damn it.
I was like, what? She's like, you act real typical. She was like, if you would have just hung out and not did anything, you wouldn't have been typical. I was like, what?
Wow.
So she basically was just like super like mad at me.
What? All of a sudden?
Yeah, it was like
you made me.
Yeah.
I don't normally do this.
I was like, what? But I'm gonna give every man some advice in this situation. So guys, get out your book. Okay. And I learned this from somebody. So if you ever have a questionable hookup where maybe alcohol or something was involved or whatever, as the guy, and you feeling like, not to just force her or anything, but let's say you guys both were drinking too much.
Yeah.
Maybe something happened, whatever, blah, blah, blah. What you do is you get up in the morning, you make some eggs and you make some bacon, and you give it to her. And you also take a picture.
Right.
Because, nobody that was raped is going to eat eggs and bacon with the person who did it, right?
Damn it.
Right? So
That sounds right. I just flashy thinger with the Men in Black thing.
You was not here. But I'm just saying, so you make sure that you fix her something to eat, and
It's like a voluntary act.
yeah, it's a voluntary act.
See, That's pretty good.
Yeah. You know, that's just for our listeners only. Every guy's not gonna have that game.
All right, don't tell anybody else.
Yeah, don't spread that.
Let them get caught up.
Yeah, that's insider information. Hey, so do you want to jump in your first topic?
Sure, I'll do my first one.
Why not?
And this is for the guys that I talk to a lot of guys that really don't know what to do with a woman on a date, whether they've been together for a while or they just met.
Oh, okay.
So this is 5 date ideas for the creatively challenged man. The first idea is wine tasting. No brainer.
Okay.
You get a little wine in her. You know what I mean? Go to Napa.
Okay.
It helps if you're a wine drinker because wine tasting is a multi-sensory experience and usually includes exploring the sights of how it looks, how it smells, and how it tastes.
And most of the grounds are really nice.
Right, and don't worry if you're not a wine connoisseur. The tasting host will guide you and the whole experience will be a great start or end to your date.
So you said the tasty hoe won't guide
You
you.
know what I'm saying? That tasty hoe gonna guide you.
Wow.
You can get some good head, you get her drunk off the wine
Right.
with no headache.
Okay.
Number 2 is paint something. Take an art class together. Most of us aren't great sketch artists or painters, but an hour-long art class is a fun, non-traditional night out and makes for a great date. And that's pretty good. You know, especially if you paint better than her, you can make fun of hers by pointing at it and laughing. That'll end your date quick.
I thought you said good date ideas.
She'll say you're typical.
I'm gonna try to find a girl picture. I know she's on Facebook.
Body painting would be good too. You just tell her to get naked, you can paint something on her.
Yeah, unless she got like a lot of jelly rolls.
Yeah, then you get some of the paint stuck in her folds.
Yeah, but then you won't be surprised.
Bitch, where my colors go?
Yeah, she can't do the body paint when she gotta take off the girdle thing. Everything fall out. You're like, what?
Yeah, fupa everywhere.
Fupa.
Number 3 is ballroom dancing. Trip, delight, fantastic. I'm gonna find out what that actually means. Trip, delight, fantastic.
And that's horrible. Horrible idea for a date.
This is exactly what it sounds like. And no, you don't have to show up in a rented tuxedo. Dance lessons may be something that spans multiple dates since you probably won't learn anything in the hour. As a beginner, you may be interested in social dancing like weddings or something more showcasey like ballroom competitions. I did ballroom before.
It's horrible.
Boring.
Horrible.
But that's if you're out with a white girl. You take a black girl from the hood ballroom dancing, you're never gonna see her again.
But you might, because it'll be something different.
Yeah, and then she'll be like, what the hell are you doing? Nigga, I want to get drunk, suck the dick.
That's how girls from the hood talk. Where the hell I been?
And obviously not in the hood.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's ever told me that on a date.
They want some 211. Number 4, prepare or serve meals together. You're guaranteed to score 1,000 cool points with this one. Most cities in America have a homeless population that doesn't get enough to eat. That's like if you're dating a homeless girl, you cook her something. Do you think homeless girls are easy?
I knew a dude who said that he only dates like girls that were kind of like on a borderline like that. You meet them at like the different little, not so much shelters, but you know, like the program places.
God damn it.
And he said because they like really appreciate, you know, little stuff.
Wow. He meets
Right.
girls at the soup kitchen.
Like food.
I got a shiny new dollar.
Yeah, he said that he don't like dating girls that wasn't, I never forget that.
That is great. That's a good idea. You know what I think of too is the welfare office. You could really pick up on some cute chicks at the social services.
And you know they like to have sex without condoms.
Exactly. You just make sure you wear one.
You halfway there.
You know, or at the line where the girls go see their dudes in jail. You ain't got to worry about him. He locked down.
Yeah, true.
You be on that bus like getting at all of them.
I watched a disturbing documentary today. Speaking of that, but we'll talk about that later.
So preparing or serving meals together, you call up an organization and make arrangements to serve meals to the homeless. You might come up with a girlfriend.
Right.
You might end up with a threesome. That'd be great.
Yeah, well, I don't think you want to do a threesome with a homeless girl.
Oh, you just see if she got rabies first. Number 5 is a canoe or boat ride. Boat rides are usually tour-based, so you and your date can sit back and allow the tour guide to narrate your experience. I've been on a boat ride before.
Horrible.
Boats and hoes.
Oh, that was is this a Blue Dick?
No, that's from the guy from Saturday Night Live.
Okay. So you said you've been on a boat before?
Yeah, I was on a gondola before.
A gondola?
Yeah, those things are tight. Well, what's funny, the girl I took, she didn't know what the hell a gondola was. But she was from the hood. She wanted to drink and suck some dick.
You fucked up. The whole date, she's like, this guy sucks.
Man, this is stupid. He's trying to be romantic. I want my head busted.
Yeah. When is he gonna fuck me in the backseat?
You're supposed to hit me in the head and fuck me.
This gondola, there's no backseat.
Where's the backseat in these things? Who's that guy?
What time do we do it? Is he in it too?
Can he go first?
He's cute.
Those are the five things right there.
I want my 211.
Can I bring 211 on the gondola?
Does this thing go by the liquor store?
That's nuts.
All right, let's go. Let's go with my first topic.
It's 211.
Somebody asked me, or we were talking about, can you love more than one person at a time while you're dating?
Oh.
You was like, of course.
Yes. I still say yeah.
You think so?
Yes.
Why would you think so?
Because I don't think love is an exclusive act.
Whoa.
Because I could love macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
And I could love hamburger helper.
Okay.
And neither one of them should get jealous.
Wow. Which one do you love more, macaroni and cheese?
Macaroni and cheese is good, but hamburger helper has meat in it.
But hamburger helper is probably gonna make your heart stop. I think it has a lot of salt.
Oh yeah, a lot of cholesterol.
So, but see, you just made a good point. Loving more than one thing is usually kind of dangerous.
Yes, it is, especially if one of them has a gun.
So, but I think that what I was gonna say, so pretty much everybody that I asked said yes. Everybody was saying yes, 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 and then some people said no, 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 or whatever. And like the universal theme that I think I came to was that people don't understand what love is.
Basically.
And I think they use it to describe other things and put love in it. And I think we talked about this before.
Like lust.
There's a difference, there's a difference between love and lust, right? So they got that thing, and they said, I saw a meme on it, and it was like, if you replace love with the person's name, then that means you love him. And it was like, love is kind, and so it'd be like, James is kind.
Love is faithful, love is
pure.
pure.
Right, love is, And then, you read all those things, right? And people get these ideas in their head, and I hear people say it all the time. I love them, but I'm not in love with them. And I think that's a false statement. It's either you love them. The opposite of love is not. I'm not. The opposite of love is not in love. Right. The opposite of love is hate.
Yeah, because some people will say, I love him, but I'm not in love.
Right.
And I think it's a cliche.
Right. They're just so used to saying it that that's what they come to. So what I think it boils down to is love and lust. So maybe you can love more than one person, but not lust after.
Well, I can't lust more than one person because I have a refractory period.
No,
I need some time between the
that's
lust.
fuck more than one person. There's difference.
What's the difference in lust and fuck?
Lust is the feeling.
Fuck is the action. Hey, I like it.
So, I think that's when people got to get things separated, right? Lust and love. So the opposite of love to me is hate, right?
Yeah.
So it isn't. I'm not in hate with you, right?
Right.
I hate you right now. Like I hate mayonnaise.
That's true.
There's no variation of how I feel about mayonnaise.
Right.
Yeah.
You love it or hate it.
You love it or hate it. So why can't you take love and then put all these different things in it? So you put lust, right? Because most people when they break up, they say we fell out of love. Well, because you're associating love with sex or intimacy.
True.
So you no longer want to be intimate with that person.
Yeah, because they may have gained 200 pounds.
Right. So you fell out of love with them. No, you fell out of lust with them. You should still have the same amount of love if you ever were in love.
Yeah, they say that too. Love's supposed to be forever.
Right. So,
I guess I've never been in love.
No, because you think about it, right? Your daughter comes in the house right now covered in blood and she had just stabbed 782 people. And she runs in the house and she says, Daddy, I don't know what happened. And so the police are standing outside. They're like, send her outside. We're going to kill her right here.
No, because I love her.
They're going to have to come through you, right?
Exactly.
It doesn't. She just chopped up 783 people.
Maybe they did something.
Well, exactly.
You gonna make all kind of excuses.
But see, to me, that's love.
Yeah.
And there's no. So if love is a singular thing, then there is no difference. If you don't feel that way about the person you're dating, I hate to break this news to you guys, you're not in love.
Man.
Right?
See?
So, can you love two people? Yeah, you should be able to, because you can love all your kids.
Yeah, multiple, yeah.
Right? So there's no difference between how you love the person you're dating and how you love the person that's your family member.
Oh, yeah, because see, that you could be with a woman and then cheat on her with somebody else and still love that other person. So when the girl says you didn't love me because you cheated on me, she is incorrect.
No, she's 250% incorrect.
Because you can love her too.
You did love her, and you also lusted after her.
Yep.
So that gets two different things. Now she could say, "Oh, your lust wasn't exclusive to me," and then she would probably have a point.
Yeah.
And that's where you could be bad, because now we're dealing with lust, which is different than love. Now, love is supposed to make you not do these other things, but it's two separate things, right? Because you could love somebody and then, do something bad.
Yeah, like when Eddie Murphy said, I love you, but I fucked her. You gonna let a fuck become between our love?
I don't think it's the same as that, but yeah.
You gonna let a fuck come between our love?
Right. And so I think some people hold on when they hold on to their exes, right? And they romanticize the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So they look back with these. It's just a lot of times when, we're from the hood, so somebody get killed. Ray gets shot.
Yeah.
And then the girl's never the same because Ray got shot.
Right.
Well, Ray used to whoop your ass.
Right.
But it's easy for you to romanticize the relationship, right?
Ray was a little handsy.
Right. but it's easy to romanticize it because it's in the past. So,
and he's not gonna hit you anymore.
And you start forgetting. Just like childhood memories, right? You get hit by the car. You forget that you ever got hit by the car, but you remember that you got your arm broken and you went to the hospital and you got a sucker.
Yeah.
But you forgot that the car hit you.
Yeah. Like, what? Why did I get a sucker?
Yeah. You remember all this stuff, but you start to block out other things. And people do that, and you build up so many of those, it's hard for you to really fall in love, because once the lust goes away, then the love goes away too. And I have a saying that says, people only love you as long as they like you.
That's real too, because they can stop liking you.
The second they stop liking you, then they no longer love you. And the number one way, this is for all the guys out there, tell her no. The second you tell her no is when you will see who the real part is.
Wow.
Telling somebody no is the part where you see the real.
She might go exorcist on you. No, if you don't get your ass in there and do what I told you to.
The biggest part I think about finding about love, or what is love, is self-love. You gotta like yourself first. So you gotta do whatever it is to make you like you. I think that gotta be your number one focus.
Yeah.
In order for you to ever get to the other side of the rainbow, you have to start with just liking yourself, right? Being able to be, because another person doesn't make you happy. You have to be happy, and the other person adds to that.
Right. That's what's an ideal thing.
Right. So I was talking to a couple people who are newly single, and they are just to me seems kind of broke up a little bit about their relationships, their ex relationships, which were horrible. They romanticize the horrible ex relationships. And then they can't even get with what's going on now because there's such a bad imprint been left. So they can't even move to they want to be in relationships, but they can't see that they need to get rid of the old exes.
The scars.
Those exes, old exes, we look back and we be like, oh man, well this person used to do it like this, and that person used to do this, and used to do that. But you also forget that there's those other things that you didn't like. There's the reason why they're no longer around. So start with self-love. And you have to do whatever it takes to get yourself better. Me personally, what I do is I sit down with my list, and I think I talked about this before. I talk about my list, and I put my life in categories. I put one, A, where's my finances? B, where's my working out? C, where's my eating? Where's, and I make this long list and I rank it 1 through 5. And I sit there when I get through with the list, and if something is in the lower, I focus on whatever's in the lower until I can get that to be a 5.
Like having your life as a business.
Whatever it is. And then when I got to the point where everything was 4s and 5s, I was happy. I was like genuinely happy. Not that kind of happy that we got to try to pretend to be because, we're
Facebook happy.
Yeah, but not Facebook happy, but I mean genuine happy. And once I became genuine happy, it was so much easier to remove all the negative stuff from my life. Yeah. Because I now seen it, I no longer needed those crutches. Because I needed the toxic friends because they're doing worse than me. So they can tell me about how bad everything going in their life because then it makes me feel better. Yeah. But once I got all my 4s and 5s together, I no longer needed those conversations. Yeah. They actually become toxic. Yeah. Where it was like, it hurt you because you want to give advice.
He's like, what can I do?
You like, okay, so he hit you with a left hook. Okay, well, how about you leave? Oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, no. Oh, well, okay. Your son, he 20 and he just stole the car. Okay, how about you send him to jail?
Right, very practical.
Right, but then, they don't take the advice. And so then now you're back at square one and you're like, okay, I need to be okay because I'm going to take on your issues and carry it. Now I don't have to do it no more because I'm happy with mine. So I cut those people out, and they can't no longer mess up my circle.
Fuck out of my happiness.
Yeah, and some of you women, I'm gonna give you some advice. Some of you single women, it's time for you to move.
I don't know who needs to hear this.
It's time for you to move out of state. It's time for you to just start it all over again. It's time for you to get focused. It's time for you to, start drinking some water. It's time for you to it's time to move out of state. Dudes too.
It's time to stop sitting on them bathroom sinks.
It's time to go.
That's good.
All right, well, that's my point. Can you love 2 people at the same time? I think it's totally possible if you're using love in the way that I think it is. Can you lust after multiple people? Definitely. Are you in love? Are you in love with 2 people? Or are you holding on to memories of the past that aren't real? Like, it's not real. Like, don't just focus on the part that y'all wore matching outfits. Yeah. Focus on the part where the mixtape never dropped.
Do your mixtape, king.
All right, that's my topic.
Well, one thing I wanted to bring up was the song about boats and hoes was from Step Brothers. Because I know people listening will be like, how the fuck he doesn't know it's from the movie Step Brothers? Right. The other thing is, when people say happy wife, happy life.
Boo.
We've got a new saying now. It's happy wife, happy life. No, happy spouse, happy house. Men need to be happy too. So stop saying happy wife, happy life. Say happy spouse, happy house.
Do you get beat at home?
No, not yet.
It seems like that's your battered husband syndrome.
No, I can be happy too.
I can be happy too. Me.
I'm important.
I'm important.
Not like they say.
It's pretty damn funny.
Happy spouse.
Yeah, so it's happy spouse. You allow.
Happy house. Whatever you allow.
Happy spouse.
Happy house.
Happy house. Men need love too.
Yeah, men need, you know what I'm saying? Because if you focus on that whole time making her happy, she's taking all these happiness points and she's stashing them like squirrels. And then when she's done with you, she got a closet full of happy points and she kick you to the curb and you're unhappy. But she's happy as hell because now she leaves you, she starts losing weight. She takes them happy points and she eats them because they're edible. She eat those happy points every day while you're calling her on phone, leaving messages like, I just want my Xbox back. And she like, I don't give a fuck. And she eat a happy point and she throw that shit in the garbage. Because she don't need no money because she got happy points. Happy point snacking ass. Don't let them do it to you, King.
So she eats your happy point.
Yeah,
but isn't there supposed to be that? Isn't it supposed to be that you give without expecting in return.
Yeah, but you make sure you know where them happy points are stashed. Because when it's time to go, King, take some of your happy points with you, man. Because you're going to need them. Because when you sitting, going to work every day feeling lonely and shit, and your coworker that used to like you don't like you anymore, snack on one of them happy points. Be like, it's cool, bitch. I get another one.
He gonna cry in the car.
You gotta lose the hoe, gain the hoe.
He gonna cry in the car.
And they do, too.
Okay.
Now, my next topic is something very new. I talked about it actually last year, but it was under investigation then.
This is how you.
That's the intro. This shit was under investigation then. But it's scientists are testing a new male birth control gel, and it seems some people are furious that it's more simple and convenient than female options. See, they don't want us to be happy. They got them happy points, man. I'm telling you. Now that we finna blow up, let me tell you about this shit. This week,
everybody's gonna have AIDS.
This week, scientists began a large clinical trial to test a gel-based male birth control. Men will rub the gel on their back and shoulders once a day. On social media, some expressed frustration, saying that the gel is more convenient than some current birth control options for women. Okay. Condoms ain't so goddamn convenient either. Right now, the burden of contraception falls largely on women, and many birth control options are inconvenient or have side effects.
Just take a pill.
You know what I mean? So with this thing, a clinical trial launched. It's a gel-based form of birth control. It proves safe and effective. The gel could finally expand to the very short list of contraceptive options that are utilized by men. So if you apply it to your back and shoulders once daily, it contains a combination of progestin compound and testosterone that is absorbed through the skin. It's crazy, ain't it? So then, what they do, they had 200 men exposed to the medication, and they never had any serious adverse events, which means there's no rashes. They didn't have an extra head growing out their back. It's actually proved pretty good.
Well, that's because they're gonna perfect it if it's a man.
Yeah, because they want to take a hell of a long time to do it. So what it does is, after you put it on there for an extended amount of time, it brings your sperm count down to either 0 or very low.
It's horrible. Sounds horrible.
What? Like, how do you get it back though, right?
You're right.
So you do that for a while, and that's the men's version of birth control. So they're been studying it since 2009. It balances your hormones, and they're looking at it for safety, but they're monitoring it closely, and it should be out pretty soon.
We were talking about this at work, and they said that they should install a valve, right? Mm-hmm. Where you just reach down there and just flip it off.
Damn.
So I was like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
That could work.
If it was just a valve.
But like, it'd be in the way of like if you played football or sports, somebody smack your valve.
Or they just turn it on. Right down the field and just.
Hey, what if a girl turns your valve on just to spite you? Like you're doing 69, she turned your valve on. Nigga, I'm turn your valve on. It's like becomes a threat.
Yeah, it's horrible. Or she just reached down there and turn it on while you guys doing it, then turn it back off, so you don't know.
See, because she can store the sperm in her mouth,
then
put it inside her. Fucking terrible.
So that's what I was thinking, right? I was like, if men was in charge of birth control, how horrible would it be? Because if it was a pill, a guy'd be like, "Oh, I'm about to go to babe girl house. I'm gonna just take 2." We'd all be dead.
It'd be terrible. That overdose will kill us.
I can see it now. Oh man, I forgot 2 days in a row. Man, I'll just take 2.
That's why it's bad that, women have so many things that they could do for birth control, but yet when one comes up pregnant, she always blames the guy. Like, it's your fault. You got me pregnant. Like, but you got so many options. You could have a pill, you could dental dam, any of that. You could use any of those things, or I could shoot you. Or stick my cat on you. And you won't come back if she's pregnant. You have to walk her to the Walk into the abortion clinic and tell her you love her.
So horrible.
I'm like, look, baby, we don't need no kids right now. You know what I'm saying? But you get this done, we gonna be together. And after she gets it done, don't even pick her up.
That's so horrible. That's so horrible.
Somebody I know did that.
That's so horrible.
I mean, he smoothed it over until she did it.
He could have just.
You know what I'm saying? But you go to jail for those kind of things, and that's frowned upon in most societies.
That's horrible.
But look out for that new male birth control coming soon.
Yeah, so we talk about that at work. If men was in charge of it, it would just be horrible because they would just everybody would just overdose.
That's true.
But if there was the valve, you think about it, and maybe the valve should be turned on and off by the doctor. So if you had a kid and you just wanted to make sure that he, be okay, you just turn it off.
Yeah.
And then, and I think you should have to do a competency test in order to get it turned on. So if you're just like an idiot and you fail this test, you don't get to have no kids.
Yeah, you should have to get a license.
Whatever language that was.
Abadia.
Yeah, you should have to get a license.
Mm-hmm. You need a license for a gun.
Yeah.
Why don't you need a license to have children?
That's because we need to install valves.
What would they call that valve? Like a shut-off valve.
Idiot valve. Because you're only an idiot if you want to turn it on.
If you're dumb enough not to wear a condom, turn your idiot valve on. Maybe it should be on your back. So you can permanently have it off and not be able to reach it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It has to be put in by the doctor.
It's like a kill switch.
Yeah.
It's a dick kill switch.
We can put an app.
Oh, that too. Who controls the app though?
I don't know. If you're married, you give it to your wife.
God damn it. So she know you out cheating, she turns your app on. That bitch pregnant now. I turned your app on.
You better go. That's where you finna live.
God damn it. There's a question.
Oh, let's get it in the next show.
All right, we'll get the question in the next show. It's a very good question. You should really want to know what's going on with that.
So, let's just wrap this one up.
We're going to wrap this up for you idiot valves.
If you think the valve is a good idea, let us know.
Yeah, dick kill switch.
Dick kill switch. And if you're the person that stripper, call in so we can hear your side of the story.
That's what happened. That's all I'm copping to.
You going to jail.
You going to jail now?
You going to jail now. All right, till next week.
Peace.
So that concludes our show tonight. We know there's a lot of podcasts you could be listening to.
And should be listening to.
So we thank you for riding with us. I'm JR Rydha.
And I'm Kerry with a K. Make sure you look us up on Facebook or Instagram or get at us on grownmenchoppingitup@gmail.com. That's spelled out GrownMenchoppingitup. And remember, everybody kneeling ain't praying.
Peace.